Well lads, how you's fixed? Today is going to be my full leg day. Sam Solo can just make a video of like him working out for an hour. Surely I can do that as well. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now I had some balls this morning because I came to the gym expecting to do an hour, session. Obviously, that's why you come to a gym. And to my delight, my microphone was dead. And then on top of that, my earphones were dead. And that's why I don't have my earphones in right now, so I can't listen to music, and we're hitting legs. So I do want to cry, but sure look, that's the shite you have to put up with. I literally had to call me dad. Because the gym's a walk from me gaff, but it's not like I'd be walking like an extra half an hour if I went down and then back up, you know what I mean? So I got him to spin down, drop me down the charger, and where did I put weight on the bar? I haven't even So I had to get him to give me the charger and then sit in the gym like a gobshite for 20 minutes, pissing about on TikTok, waiting for my fucking microphone to charge. We ran out of Rice Krispie treats, so I'm going for an old, what are these called, twisters or winders? Fruit winder, because it's basically just pure glucose. There's no salt in it, but it is leg day, so you don't really need a pump anyway. Rolling up into a ball. That's the only way to eat a fruit winder. If you take it off this, you're a bit, a bit zesty like. I don't need that energy for leg day. Well, actually, to be honest, you do, because you basically don't want to be able to walk after. So maybe you should have zesty energy for leg day. Now, because I'm an egot, put weight on the bar before warming up, but basically for my warm-ups, I don't do really a whole lot, other than kind of just get super deep. And then I like to spread on either side to make sure that my quads are all stabilised and shit. Now, it's all bro science as fuck, I couldn't tell you what I'm actually doing. But to me it feels like I'm loosening up the ankles, loosening up the quads, the glutes, all that type of area. As I'm just sitting down here rocking side to side. Gets everything kind of moving and grooving. Oh, Jesus Christ. I have a fairly wide squat position, and I won't go this low now on my actual squats, on my set, because I'm very low to the ground here. In a Pitbull song, But I will go to here on my normal squats, that's the depth I go for. But this is just to make sure that I'm all limbered out. I also like to do a bit of band work because I low bar squat. So I need to make sure that my shoulders are mobile enough to be able to wrap in tight and hold a good grip. So I like to just warm up both my shoulders and my lats. So I'm in a solid, firm position, you know what I mean? So I'm really trying to dig my lats in here when I'm going down. And then I'm basically just trying to break my shoulder, I don't know what a way about it there is to say it. Now for set number of hand, I know you can't see me. Oh, you can kind of see me in the mirror, can't you? That's great. I get told I have a face for radio, so I don't know if that's a good thing. I just get under in my finest Aldi sliders. It's only 60 kilos on the bar, so I'm not too concerned. Get me feet position. Make sure to lock out them hamstrings. Down. Hold it for a second because it's the warm up, just making sure you're all stretched. And back. I'll even brace my core for my warm ups. I like to make sure that your warm-up is basically just replicating what you're doing in your higher weights, but you're just not putting in the energy, I know my cardiovascular health is piss poor, so it is a limiting factor, I won't lie. I think if it was actually stronger, maybe I'll do more squats, but sure look. You reap what you sow, and you piss what you eat. Now also, which is a bit of a weird one, I don't see anyone doing, after my first set now, this is only for the first set, to finish my warm-up, I'll do a little bit of this behaviour, which is basically just a Zerker squat, but really assisted. And then a bit of a hamstring stretch. You want to make sure, any of the stretches that you're doing before a workout are all what's it, active stretching, is that the word for it? You basically don't want to be static. You don't want a static stretch before a workout or you're going to get injured. So make sure it's all like, you know, mobility shit. This just gets the quads and hamstrings raring to go. Raring to bite. I think for tunes today, I'm feeling calm, like. I'm not feeling too poppy, mostly because, you know, the morning's not going great. So I'm going to go for something a bit more depressing. I'm going for a little bit of Skyfall Adele sped up. You know, SoundCloud, by the way. You don't want to be a fanny if you use Spotify in the gym. That's the truth, like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I hate when lads go on about giving out, like, oh, you shouldn't drink Monster in the gym, you should drink it beforehand. Like, I had 300 milligrams of caffeine pre-workout before I came to the gym. And, like, their argument, you know, is that, you know, obviously it takes caffeine 30 minutes to hit. So you should take it before workout. But, like, what's the point of me having 500-600 milligrams of caffeine at the very start of my workout? Like, I'm not going to hit my top set now in squats until 20-30 minutes in. So if I have my caffeine shot at the start of a workout, that gives me like a good boost going into it. And then I like drip feed myself caffeine in form of a Monster through it. Now the only issue I have with a Monster is that the carbonation is making your tummy feel fair shite. So now I haven't had breakfast yet, so there's nothing in my stomach kind of make it feel shite. But say if I can go and do a late enough gym session, I won't have a Monster because my tummy is going to be fucking reacting and shit, and it's just not going to want to work, you know? Now we're going to do one more 60 kilo warm up and then start stacking on the weight a bit. Well, that was a shite fucking takeoff. Let me restart there. Yeah, feels good. I feel like I have a good bit of power in the legs this morning. Now, I'm a bit off balance, and that should be fixed once I take off my slides. I'm going to go barefoot now from here. As much as I like the Aldi slides, I don't really want to have 170 kilo on my back and be slipping and sliding like a water park. Right, so I'm just sticking 80 on it for now, which might be a bit low. I'm only back doing squats, like I haven't done legs really at all because I've been having a shit ton of injuries the last like year basically. I've started trying to train them like a power lifter. Like I'll do 2 sets or 2 reps on a warm up, but I warm up a lot because I feel like I can't just hop in and do like 140 straight after. You know what I mean? Like I know a lot of people go 60 like to 120 and then work their way from there. I just can't do, I need like a bit more of a warm up. I just feel like my legs need that bit of, you know, but I'm not doing enough to the fact where it like tires me, especially because I take long ass rest times. Not for any reason other than I'm just lazy, like. I'm actually like the laziest lifter you'll come across. I'll rest like between bicep curls for like 15 minutes. Feel loosey-goosey anyway, which is always a fairly good sign, especially for squats and stuff. You know, like even when you're benching, you'll probably be able to get away with a good 80% of your max. I feel like absolute wank, like my shoulder would feel like it's about to pop benching. Whereas like on squats, unless I'm feeling 100%, or if at least like 95%, it's not going to be a great day for the parish, you know. I 100% am a firm believer that squats are like the hardest movement in the gym. Deadlifts, fair enough, they're tough, but like you always have, you have the knowledge to know like the weight has already beneath you, so if you drop this, it's not going to do any damage. Whereas you drop a squat, you know, best case scenario, you're going to have a big bastard of a bruise on your back. Plus, like, it takes so much stability in a squat, so I hate squatting. I actually really despise it. But we only have barbells in this gym. We have a single cable machine. That's no use in leg day. So like my leg day session now today, because I'm barbell only, is basically just going to be squat, squat, squat drop set, squat drop set, squat drop set. Then a few RDLs, and depending on how I'm feeling after that, I'll try hip thrust. But even then, like, there's no Smith machine or anything, so it's a real ball doing them. You have to kind of know what your body's up to on the day. And like today I do feel good, but if I absolutely destroy myself doing squats, I don't feel like I need to do a hip thrust. Like me glutes will be fucking knackered from this anyway, you know? I can't curse on YouTube, can I? Maybe you can. I don't know. I haven't used YouTube since I was like 2016. Since I was 2016. Feels good terminology, James. People like seriously underestimate what your rest time should be. Like, I'm a firm believer that you cannot rest for long enough. Like a lot of people will say like 3 minutes, that's the max. Like I genuinely will rest for 20 minutes sometimes. If I'm just scrolling through TikTok and I'm like, happy out scrolling through it, I will keep scrolling through it like. And because especially when you think about it, sure in between sets or whatever, but like your rest time between gym sessions, you're trying to get as long as possible. That's why you hit like chest day on a Monday and then you don't hit it again until a Thursday. So in that same vein, I think if you hit like one set on bench and then you waited 2 hours to hit another set, obviously that's a stupid amount of time, like you fucking must have nothing to be at. But like if you were to do that theoretically, you'd have more recovery time to be able to hit that set better the next time, you know what I mean? Now obviously it gets to a certain limit, like the graph, if you were to think of it, would be like, you know, it's here, and then the more rest time you get, it eventually just balances out at the top. And like that makes sense. So like obviously you don't really need to be resting for more than like 10 minutes. Plus if you do that, then you're going to lose your like the efficiency of your warm-up sets because you're going to feel like shit. But in principle, you get what I'm saying. Like I don't think resting for too long is a thing. It's not time efficient, but in terms of hypertrophy, I'm a firm believer that it is, like, you know. It's very important to make sure in the middle of the bar as well. I know that sounds like an easy thing, but like the amount of lads I see with just like completely the wrong side of it. I feel good anyway. Like I think my range of motion is solid. I'm following a good bar path, which, like I said, like on the squats, is just the most important thing. If you bandjacks a bench, in most cases, you'll still be able to get it up. But with a squat, you don't have that, like, you know, that ability to be either side of it. I really need a haircut. Like the mullet just doesn't look clean. That's the only issue with a mullet now. Like, if you're thinking of getting a mullet, you have to get a haircut like once a week, or it looks like a pile of shit. Like, it just doesn't look good. Once it grows out, it just looks kind of tacky, you know? And I like to have a clean mullet, like even the back, there's a good shake on it, which is kind of cool, you know? But like, it doesn't look as elegant. It looks nearly dirty, and I just don't want that. I want to have like a professional looking mullet. And it's very expensive because you have to get your haircut so often, which is a real pain in the ass. And then it is a Sunday. You know yourself, barbers don't work on the Lord's Day, which is a pain in the fucking hole. But what can you do? At the end of the day, it's night. I need to go take a waz. I don't actually take pre-workout very often. So when I do, the beta-alanine just like kicks my ass every time. I try not to take pre-workout because it does make me feel like sick. And that probably is due to the fact I have so many artificials in my diet, but like it's the only way I can cut. Like I don't think I can cut without artificials. And like, in terms of, you know, see that's the issue that people have with artificials. They don't actually understand why it's bad for you. You know, people are like, oh, there's so many you know, it gives you cancer and shit, but like that's just not true. Like the fucking air gives you cancer. But it's 2023. There's microplastics and everything. So the main issue with having artificials in your diet, which is the only reason why I try and stay away from them as much as possible, and I say as much as possible, like I still will eat like 3 protein puddings a day and a can of Monster, you know, because I just need that. But I won't like overdo it because it's like it does fuck up your gut health. Like your gut does not like having, I don't know, what's in a can of Monster? Flavor enhancer or erythritol, acidity regulator of sodium citrates, Panax ginseng root. Actually, I think that was good for you. Sorbic acid, benzoic acid, sutralum K, etc. You know, like you give that to a caveman there, his piss would be radioactive. Like he would probably just die on the spot. To be honest, it's really wrong. It tastes class, and the caffeine is unbeatable. You know, but it will mess up your gut health, which is why, especially even caffeine itself, for a young lad, like you should not be taking too much caffeine. Even that like messes up your gut over time, and all of that, like it causes damage to your body, even your brain activity and stuff. It messes up your sleep. Like I would stay away from, if you're a young lifter like watching this, stay away from caffeine. Like it's not good for you. I started working on sites when I was 14. By 15, I needed to have caffeine because like I was having to do 12 hours a day. Like at this time you get away with it, you know what I mean? This is 2016, 17 maybe, I think. Yeah, around then anyway. And you get away with work like 12 hours on site. You don't get away with that anymore, like 10 hours max a day. But back when I was working this, I was a young lad. I was getting up at 5 in the morning, going to bed at like 1 in the morning. So I was on 4 hours sleep. I needed caffeine to be able to work. So that's what got me started on caffeine. I was having like 2 coffees a day at like 15, which is just not healthy. You should stay away from coffee because that does escalate into things like Monster. And then if you have a reliance on that, it can become a real pain in the arse. And I do have reliance on it. Like I do require a cup of coffee every morning, no matter what. And I'll drink like 2-3 coffees a day and maybe a can of Monster and pre-workout the odd time I take it. So like there is, and I've gotten it a lot cleaner. Like back last year now when I was coming into my second year of working out, I consume maybe 600-700 milligrams of caffeine a day, if not up to a gram. Like in one gym session I take like 500-600 milligrams. And that really did fuck me up mentally in terms of not getting good sleep. And then just feeling dead, like I'd sleep through all my lectures and everything, you know. Which is not great, like, you know, when you're trying to pass college. It's time to strap up and strap on. Not in a weird way. Unless you wanted to be in a weird way. Whatever, like, some lads use butt plugs for squats, you know. Personally, it's not a tactic I've tried. At least if I did, I wouldn't tell you, but, you know. Alright, it's only 120. Should be grand. Also, my belt is Banjax, which does not help the situation. Alright. Clean, easy, still feeling good. Because I haven't been squatting in a while, I don't like to push way too much on it. Oh, safety concerns. The max I've done as recent was 150 for, well, I said 3, but the last one was kind of just half a rep, like I wasn't getting depth on it, so I don't like counting it. But I mean, for a man who hasn't like properly trained legs in like a year, like obviously I've had short stints between injury, but I was really dosed there with just either my hamstring going on me or my ankle going on me. I think it was this time last year was kind of the start of it, because my ankle went on holidays in June. I was just back from the ankle injury, and then I went on holidays again, and literally like 2 days into the holiday, I done the exact same ankle again. So I was out for another month. And then that took a bit longer to heal, and I started getting back into training. Would have been like end of August. And I started getting back into training legs, and then my fucking hamstring went in like November. So I was out then till January. Then I had to play a charity football game, and my hamstring went again. And then I was out until March. And then my ankle went at the end of April. So like between all that, it just, every time I progressed in my lifts on legs, getting back up to the level I was at back before last year, it just shit the bed again, you know? Because I hit a 170 squat in April last year. Not this year, not this year, like the year gone by before that. And then since then I haven't been able to overcome that. I hit it again, I hit a 170 squat again in February, which was just out of the blue. Like, I don't know how I was able to do it, but it was like peak bulk. So the fact I was like 10 kilos heavier and I was hitting the same weight that I was doing, it was really shit, like, you know. So I want to get back up in my numbers, but it's really hard when I'm in a gym that only has barbells. So I need to get back into the gym in Longford. I train in Iron Kingdom, Longford, and they have a really good like equipment for legs. So I need to get back into there as soon as possible and start doing like full-on leg days, like this kind of stuff. It's grand to keep you at level, but it's going to be very hard to progress your lift if you're not doing accessories. You ever like send someone a meme and you know they don't actually look at it, but you keep sending them memes anyway? It's really depressing. It's like, why are my memes not good enough for you, you know? And they're always good ones, like you're not going to send shit to someone. I got a DM from Jim actually. Let's see the TikTok he sent me. I think this is for EP. Oh, there we are. Me and Jim are the surprise guests for EP apparently. Who's the surprise guest headliner for EP? And it's these two lads with the combined talent between them of a fucking rock. Not the rock, like more like a stone. There's the stone and pebble. I think I need to start playing a few more tunes that have a bit more of an oomph to them. This one's really cool, Backstabber Gym Remix. Backstabber, do, Backstabber. I can't play it for you because I don't want to get copyrighted on my first video. That would be very depressing. And even my singing, I know it's very good, so maybe that will get copyrighted. So I can't even sing it for you. Okay, time to make gravity my hoe for the evening. This is still only a warm-up, and although it's a heavy enough weight in relativity, like, it shouldn't be taking that much out of me, so I'm hoping it won't. Does it help if I put the right weight on it, wouldn't it? Fucking 15 kilo on one side and a 10 on the other. Jeez, I am some ditzy hooer. Thank God I copped straight away, like. It was a low enough weight, so. That's what happens when you do be distracting me, lads. You know, all this YouTube crack, is it worth it? It depends what the paycheck's like at the end of the month, but I won't know, I won't know that for a while. Right, attempt number 2. It's not great, I need a shit, and I haven't even reached my top set, though. You know, heavier than anticipated, not unmanageable. Wasn't great, like, but Rome wasn't built in a day. I think I will go on 50 anyway, but I'm going to take a bit of a rest. A little bit of a large rest between these sets now, because you know what, I deserve it. Didn't do anything, no, at all really impressive, but, you know, everyone deserves a bit of self-love. If that's an extra 3 minutes scrolling through TikTok, that's an extra 3 minutes scrolling through TikTok. Right, I've sat in my hole for long enough. Time to listen to some Russian dude scream in my ear. When he can't read it, you know it's a good song. Whoo! I'm getting one rep and seeing how I feel about it. Oh, I'm going for 160. Float like a butterfly, sing like a fucking bumblebee. Oh, I'm getting 160. Easy money. Get on there. God, I feel good. God, that felt great. That felt fucking amazing. I'm just not happy with my physique at the moment. The lack of abs is concerning. Like, I have EP to go to in 2 weeks, and the only six-pack I can see is a rack of cans at home, you know? So, more Russian lads. Yup, yup. Probably shouldn't say yup, yup to the Russians. I mean, the whole Ukrainian thing is not great. Not the best PR thing in the world. I am feeling good. I'm feeling fucking great. You know, it's just gonna be a good day. I have adrenaline pumping through me like I'm on a fucking roller coaster. Woo! Let's go, baby. Make this easy. Yes! Fuck it! Yes! Suck my dick, gravity! Woo! Woo! Oh, yes! Woo! 160 for 3. Oh, my legs, I can't even stand. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, my God. Yes! Oh, I'm fucking late. He's gone looking for one and the depth will definitely fuck it up or scutter. But I got low enough that I think it counts. Oh, Lord have mercy. I definitely hit a blood pressure before anyway. My eyes were as red as Satan's arsehole now. But, oh, thank you, Lord. Thank God, that was something. What a day. What a city. Ooh, legs on leash, standing up, I tell you. Oh, yes, yes, woo, yes. God, that feels great. That feels just, there's no better feeling. So I didn't think I had the third. I thought it was going to be a drop procedure. Fairness, doing it once is always easy. Doing it the second time, right pain on the bollocks. This is why I don't understand, like, how do lads do like 5 top sets on something? It, like, I done 1 top set there, and I just want to go home. Like, I don't understand how you can put your full energy into something when you're doing a rake of sets. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You're better to have 2 quality sets than 5 piddly little flutes of sets. You know, it doesn't make sense to do a rake of stuff. You're not being able to give your full energy and full commitment into your sets if you're, you know, fluting out 20 of them. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Like, not a chance of me being able to work up to 160 kilos today if I was doing 4 top sets of it. You know, it just wouldn't make sense. And like, if I was trying to go for 8 reps or something, definitely not going to be able to work up that way. So like, there's no point doing 8 reps of 120 when you have the ability to do 160. It doesn't, like, you know, and you have more fear then when you're going into your sets if you have to look for a lot of reps. If you're going into a set thinking 3 sets or 3 reps, right? Easy, bang it out. I'll just get it done. You'll be over in no time. You're going thinking, I have 8 reps to do here. That's a lot. And you're going to be procrastinating in your mind. And even if you don't think you are, you're going to be thinking you're done 4 reps. And you're like, God, I am only halfway there. You know, it's like the Glee song. So I think getting lower reps that are quality, even like, I rarely go over 5 reps anymore on any exercise. Do you think maybe lateral raises, because it's hard to get the full feel out of them? Especially like, I go, even though like lateral raises, I go heavy. Like, now I know this is leg there, but people will go up this high in lateral raise. You don't need to, lad. You're at full extension like there. From there to there, you're not doing anything with your lateral raise. Like, your shoulders aren't getting any extra movement. From here to here is where it makes the odds. So if you can go from 12 kilo to 20 kilo and you only go into here, it's way more beneficial, because realistically your body wants to get much weight breaking down the muscle as possible. So I think that's why, especially, and I know it's been adopted now in newer training styles, like, you go to see Tom Platz's leg workout and think, look, in fairness now, can't really say a whole lot, the man's built like a brick shithouse. And he's way bigger than I am, but at the same time, like, that man was going in killing himself. Like, and you should feel like you want to die after a leg day, but I think you're fear-mongering it, and there's only some people, like, not everyone can go into the gym and spend 2 hours on one exercise, you know. So I think just solid reps is better. High weight, low reps, best way to do it. No one can tell me any different. Saying that, we are listening to this Russian fella this time. All right, loosey-goosey. Two reps, I'll take it. I could feel my CNS was fried. Oh my God, going out for that first rep, my legs were already defeated. My legs, it was too much shake. Oh, I went down for rep third, I wasn't getting it. I'd rather do a drop set, or not a drop set, but like a back half set. There's no point pushing yourself beyond that limit if you know you're going to fail, because if I done that, I wouldn't be able to say I get 140 for 5 now, which is probably what I'm going to try to go for. If I done that, I would have had to drop straight down to like 100, because my CNS is already fried, 100%. Like, Fucking my back is in bits. Oh, Jesus. Never mind me legs. They are gone. So I was on Brazzers. And on the receiving end of it. Whew. Be to God. Give me my orange juice. Whew. That good though. Oh, need to buy a spare battery for this camera. It's dying on me. Right. Spare battery's gonna have to be godly. Fortunately, this episode, I can't really call it an episode. This video is gonna be cut short. It's gonna be cut short because my battery's gonna die. And if there's no battery, there's no camera. And if there's no camera, there's no mics. And if there's no mics, well then there's no fucking point in looking at a black screen, is there? Lord Almighty God. Huh? Lord Almighty God. I would like to give myself a bit longer because I physically feel unable to walk, never mind squat. But the camera's about to die, so I may do, it probably won't be my final set. I'll probably do a back off of this and then a back off of 100s. Go for high reps because they're, you know, easy to knock out. Plus dropping 100 is fairly easy stuff. It's not going to, like, you know, give me a hernia. Which isn't ideal, like, you know, surprisingly. You know, a lot of people are thinking, sure, hernias are great crack. But surprisingly, lads, I've heard they're not great. So, I'm going to do this. It'll probably be the last set that YouTube gets to see. Or TikTok, whatever you're watching this on. I don't know if it'll make either, because me recording it feels like a piece of shite. But, you know, the final product, you know, there's a method to the madness. Okay, earphones just don't work. Didn't want shoes anyway. Oh, I better tell you, so I'm listening to, better I? I want to be your friend, I want to kiss your lips. 140 easy, baby. Friend, I want to kiss your lips. One more. Fuck. God, I feel amazing. I don't know what it is today, lads. I feel like shit, but I feel amazing. Alright, Mike's on 1%. If you're new, which you are because it's my first video, drop a follow, please. Subscribe. Give me an old, you know, comment and a like, whatever the whole crack is. I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more as well, let me know. Woo! God, I am pumped. Pause before the camera dies. Boom! I felt so bad, and I'm loving myself. Look at the boobs! Boobs are boobing today. Good luck.